All right, good morning. It is cycle day 24. So I'm getting closer, but I am 12 DPO. So this will be the day I've got my cheapy test that I got from Pre-Made, and then I've got my Dollar Tree test from Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna take both of these right now and see what the results are, and I will show you when they're done. So clearly I've already looked at them. Very, very much negative. So yesterday that was an evap line clearly, which is very, very discouraging. I'm just over the cycle. I know you're not out until AF comes, but I'm not gonna spend any more time testing. So yeah, that is going to end this cycle. Like I said, very discouraging. We knew when we were gonna take the I.U.D out. Wish we would have took it out sooner. A lot of things we are finding out now that just has not been true, in my opinion, about like the E's and all the rest of the stuff. I would have literally taken it out in February or March. I'm just really disappointed and discouraged, as I'm sure a lot of people are when they're trying. This is 5th cycle. We're about to start cycle number 6 when AF starts. And just negative after negative, and the times we're in, it just plays with the mind. And the most rational thing is just don't try. But that seems like that's hard to do. It's like you're dagged if you do, and you're dagged if you don't. So I'm just really discouraged. I'm just going to put these tests in the trash and walk away and walk out of this cycle. Good morning, you guys. Another day. Just got my son on the bus. Caleb's asleep, and I am 9 DPO. Before I take this test, because I already have my first morning urine, I'm very, very anxious. This is the 6th cycle, and the last cycle with the false positive, I feel like it almost broke me. And so anyway, I say all that to say that trying to conceive, almost like I was at my testing spots. I'm taking the plate early test. The trying to conceive journey it's draining. It's one of those things where I'm trying to be calm and anxious and work on different things, but it feels like everything I'm doing is in vain. My skin is horribly broken out. I feel like it's not improving with all the strides that I'm making with my routine. That's feasible, you know, with trying to conceive. Hold on, I have to get scissors. All right, scissors and toe. And so I'm just, my personal goal for me is to remain optimistic and keep the faith. I know this can be a rough season for me. It's getting close to the anniversary when my mom passed in 2014, right after the new year, and Christmas was the last holiday we spent. And this time of year is just always difficult between my daughter Shalea's death and my mom's anniversary of her death. Coupled with trying to conceive, I just feel like my hormones are all over the place. But I'm going to show you the test. It doesn't look like it has any issues, so I'm going to dip it in my urine. Let me make sure I read the information, because I feel like it's been a whole cycle. So dip it in there for 5 seconds. So let's go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Let's put the cap back on. And I'm just gonna lay it over here on a flat surface. Make sure the dye is running all the way through this time. and wait. So anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is my skincare routine. All right, so it's been like 7 or 8 minutes. Took the trash out and just kind of muddled around. I'm super anxious and nervous. I'm just praying to God right now that I am okay and can receive if it is not positive. I think we know how to receive if it's positive, but not if it's negative, so. To me, I don't see anything. I personally do not see anything. This is like an early predictor. It looks like it's got like a plus sign in it, but that's not this kind of test, so I will not worry. I am 9 DPO, and I'm just going to leave it as is, and as is, looks like this is a negative test. I'm not gonna sit there and focus and talk about I see something and I don't. I'm just equating this test as negative, and I might test again tomorrow and then day 11, but I don't feel inclined to. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So yeah, that's how cycle 6 is going. You know, I want to be honest. I turn the camera off, I'm like, don't cry, and then I start crying. This is 6 cycles after I.U.D, and I lost almost 100 pounds, being super healthy and everything. And I'm having more difficulty after doing all that to improve my health. And I think that's what's getting to me. And I'm sure being in this situation, in the state we are in the country, is not helping, which is attributed to weight gain, anxiety, and stressors, natural stressors that increase. But it is really discouraging. See cycle after cycle of negative tests. And I'm more of a half full than a half empty. But to be honest, I feel like my cup anyway, I just wanted to share that because I know that there are so many people who feel like they do everything right, in my air quotes, to try to improve their health and the state of their fertility. And anyway, so I will see you guys when I test again. All right, so this is cycle 9, and I am 7 DPO, and it's early, but I just wanted to, I had like a little, literally Dollar Tree cheapie, and I wanted to test, even though I'm not expecting anything. I'm like so tired, I'm ready to take a nap, and you can hear my kids losing their mind in the background. So yeah, my kids are supposed to be taking a nap, so I figured I would come on here. I don't always pick up because, like I said, this is cycle 9, and my appointment is coming up in March, and I'm just a little bit over trying to wrap my mind around why we're not pregnant, and I'm getting anxious and nervous and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm looking at the test and it looks pretty negative. I'm gonna see if I can't. Looks pretty negative to me. I don't see, this is not my preferred test, but I see absolutely zilch, nada, but it's only 7 DPO, so it's super, super early. I normally know, sometimes I'll pick up on it cycle day, like 9 DPO, and then I definitely normally have a positive by 11 DPO. So about to go take a nap because I am super exhausted, and just try not to think about it for another 2 days until I test again. So I'll see you guys then. It is I think it's cycle day 20, and it is 9 DPO. So I am taking one of my faithfuls. When I was at the store the other day, I noticed they had several in stock, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I'm about to teach my class, so that way I won't have time to sit and dwell and kind of think of it. So I'm gonna take my dropper and put it on there. I'm always hopeful, but I know whatever is gonna be at the end of the day is gonna do it. So I'm just gonna, fingers crossed, be encouraged. And I know it takes less than 3 minutes, and my class starts less than 3 minutes, so I'll just know what's going on. I'm a little bit anxious. I have a lot of different feelings as I get closer to my appointment with my doctor. Just nervous and don't want to, I don't want to have to go through so much, but our journey is not ours. It definitely has to do with the good Lord above. So if that's what is meant to happen, is meant to happen. My husband got his blood work done yesterday for his appointment next week. And so he'll be asking some questions, because if you've never watched my vlogs, my husband is 48, he'll be 49 in August. So there is an age gap, and he does have like high blood pressure and diabetes, but he's on the lowest doses of both. His health and everything has always been good, and he's had those conditions when we've conceived before. But you know, time brings on a change, and I've lost weight and gained weight, so I don't ever know if it might be a thyroid issue or PCOS or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna show you this test because it looks pretty negative to me. So this is what the test looks like, 9 DPO. I'm not necessarily out, but it, excuse the urine over there. It definitely looks very, very much negative. So yeah. So I am 10 all right, good morning, you guys. It is cycle day 21. I am 10 DPO. I don't know if I said that before that I ovulated on day 11, but yeah. So I'm going to take a test. I'm a little concerned because I got this bad boy popping out, and if my cycle were to come this early, that would be completely different than it ever has before. My cycle is normally a 26-day cycle, so I shouldn't be expected to start for another 5 to 6 days. But I'm gonna take my good old faithful pregnancy test. I already opened it up, just did that. And I'm going to take the test. It's not even so much that I don't feel hopeful. I just am concerned. Like every time I take a test, every time it's another cycle, like I said, this so long as I have TTC, I'm just concerned what that actually means for me and my husband going forward. And after a stillbirth, and if you haven't watched, our first child was a stillbirth. After like losing your child 2 days before her due date and finding out she's passed, the whole idea of a journey to having a child just changes. And there's already a sense of anxiety the whole time from when I find out I'm pregnant until they come into the world. So now to see like the difficulty in this, and we're trying every single cycle, and their statements like, oh, you know, it's super easy. It's never been easy. I mean, you know, the length of time for us to get pregnant hadn't been long previously. But the anxiety and the stress checking the heart rate every single time, because you get all the way to the end and have a loss. It's a lot. And then like it comes up pretty fast. This is completely negative. And yeah, I know it could still show up tomorrow or the next day. After cycle day like 11, which is tomorrow, I'm just kind of over it anyway, but I don't know what else we're supposed to do. And I'm not even remotely excited about what has to occur to get those answers. And that probably is really bad to say, but I am petrified on what the process and the procedures and the testing will be to figure out if there is anything wrong or what is going on that we haven't conceived after 9 cycles. So that's where my mind's at this morning. I'm trying not to be bummed. I am trying. I really am. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the morning for 11 DPO pregnancy testing, but my hopes are just not as high as I wish they were. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. So here is today's test. As you can see, it is completely negative. So cycle 9 still a bust, even though I'm 11 DPO. I'm pretty much patiently waiting for AF, not knowing what's going on, but yeah. All right, so it's Saturday morning, and as you just saw, it was another negative test. I know that we are closer to getting answers because our appointments are coming up, but it's still sad. 9 cycles. 9. Yeah, yesterday I just sat and cried, like so discouraged. But as we are now in double-digit cycles, cycle 10, going into 8 complete months of trying, I think I'm just going to work back on my physical fitness and only do stuff that brings me joy. So, and I'll probably have some separate videos about that, but I'm going to work on some mental and physical and emotional health during this cycle, just to help take off the stress of this TTC journey, because it's definitely there. So we'll see, you guys. We will see. The journey, unfortunately, continues, but at least you guys are able to come along. But I'm not as bummed as I was yesterday, so that's a positive.